Hello and welcome to Musings by Amit Patel. One subscriber on this channel asked me, how do I start a work from home job as a web developer or a web designer? Now what you have to understand is that a web developer and a web designer are two different things. In this video, I am going to tell you how to start a work from home job. If you are new to this channel, then on this channel I share tried, tested and proven methods to build an unstoppable career in the software industry. If you are new, then subscribe to this channel and click the bell icon so that you can transform your career in the software industry. Now, how do you start a work from home job as a web developer or a web designer? Now, web developer means you are into programming, and web designer means you are into designing web applications like using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. As a web developer, you need to know at least the full stack development process. For example, you need to either know LAMP, which is Linux, Apache, MySQL or MongoDB and PHP, okay, which is the LAMP stack, so that you become a full stack web developer. Now, when you want to start a work from home job, what you are trying to do is you are trying to find work which you can deliver to some particular person. The best way to find work from home jobs is on various freelancing platforms like Upwork or Freelancer or Fiverr, etc. But before you go into that, think about how much do you know, like what can you do in your web development. The best to do is pick a niche, pick a particular industry where you can build the web application or the website. Pick one single industry. For example, let us say schools and colleges. Let us say if you can develop an application for school and colleges, then you pick that particular industry and start pitching your skills to just that one industry as soon as you get a job, and try to get a job which you can complete within 2 to 4 weeks time. Anything above that will become a mismanaged project. So in the beginning, try to get as small projects as possible. It can be a single website with a few pages. It can be a single web application with one or two main things that the application has to do, and build small web applications. From that, you will understand the entire process of doing the requirements gathering to delivering the particular project to the client, to taking the payment, to supporting whatever application you have built or whatever website you have built. You will find out all these things by doing these small projects. Once you are comfortable and once you have done a few small projects, then you can start thinking about enhancing your portfolio to include some bigger projects. But my advice to you is never take very big projects, complex projects which will require many software engineers and many testers and many different people to complete the project, trying to do it as a single person. That does not work in a work from home job. When you're thinking of work from home, then think of one specific thing that you can deliver. For example, somebody wants a software which can calculate certain thing, where the person inputs something and then the calculation gives him the output, which is a simple software to develop. Then you can develop such a software. But if somebody comes back with an entire ERP to be developed as a single freelancer, you should not take up this project. So if you want to start a work from home job, identify what are the small softwares you can build for somebody which will be useful. Try to solve somebody's problem and get started with a very small project. Now, you have mentioned web development or web designing. Web designing is much simpler than web development, in which you can define the end product and in which one single person can do the entire designing job by themselves. One of the best places to go for web designing job is 99designs.com. There you can bid for design depending on your skills of designing. But if you are not very good in designing, then first I would ask you to gear up and improve your skills on designing, because on 99designs.com there is a lot of competition of designers, and the client gets to pick only the best designs and the best designers. Only people who are able to design really good applications or websites will get a project from 99 Designs. The last and the final method is try to talk to your references, people who you already know, and they may have some project which no big company is ready to take up, which is very small in nature, but as a web developer or a web designer you can take up that project and you can start doing that project. If you start getting these small projects within a few months time, you will be able to build a good following of customers who can then start giving you real projects which can help you in building your freelancing career. And the final thing is, if you do not know how the web development and web designing projects work, then I will suggest that you go and join some company, even if it is a small company, because in that company you will learn a lot of things about handling a project end to end. My sister and my brother-in-law, they both used to work for a software company where one was a designer. She used to do all these web designing, and my brother-in-law was into web-based development. Now few years back they quit their jobs and they started building their own projects as freelancers, but they have about 6 to 8 years of experience behind them, so they know exactly how to handle a complete end-to-end project, and they also know how to deliver a particular project to the client. So when you talk about a business, it's very important to understand how to handle end-to-end projects and how you're going to deliver a particular project to the client. If you understand these two things, then your journey in building a business using web development or web designing will become very easy. If you want to master in web designing or web development, then on this page I have a course which you can look at and see whether you can do this course, so that you can get a job first, do a job for 2 to 3 years, and after that start your own business. Thank you very much. Stay focused, stay rich.